percussion.
I'm Jeremy and I sing and play the guitar.
I'm Emily and I sing and play the cello.
We met at different open mic nights in the city, in New York and in Brooklyn about 3.5 years ago, and we've been playing music together ever since.
How I get influenced is by different noises around the city. If I'm hearing music in another room whilst I shower, mishearing other different songs, and a lot of times seeing another band can inspire me sometimes.
I think it's really important to incorporate environmental education into the music world because with the rising price of gas and greenhouse effect and the ozone layer completely depleting, as touring musicians we need to be held accountable for our gas expenditures.
As a band, I really enjoy touring with other bands, and if we can all fit into the same van, that's a massive carpool. And one, it's fun, and number two, we're saving like 2 giant gas guzzling vans, or normal vans, from polluting the earth.
Girl in the Beard is a huge partaker, a consumer of water. Jeremy, in particular, is a huge water drinker. And we have done our best to limit our use of plastic bottles.
Right.
And Jeremy, this is a public surprise, I'm going to be buying you your own very large liter, or 2 liters,
Oh, thanks!
of water in a reusable bottle. Reusable bottle.
And recently we also went on a tour that was sponsored by EscapeMaker.com, and she worked in conjunction with carbonfund.org to do a carbon offset of the touring. So for every mile of gas that we spent, a tree was planted, or some kind of carbon offset was done to make sure that those gas miles were taken care of. And that was also with Green Mountain Energy. So Green Mountain Energy and carbonfund.org did a carbon offset of one of our tours.
And then I think individually we like to recycle our jokes. We recorded this album in Brooklyn and in Manhattan with producers Franz Nicolai and Dan Brennan. It was great. We recorded over December of 2010. As far as CDs go and reproduction, I think the future holds. It's going to be a very different landscape. One, there's a generation of kids who don't have the same sentimental attachment to an album or vinyl or CD or listening to booklets because they're so inundated with iTunes, like 15-second clips of music, and so some of the attention span's been lost. The full album is in danger, or whatever you want to call it. So I think eventually it's going to be mostly online, and also it makes monetary sense for bands because we buy every single album that we have to sell, and it doesn't make sense so much for record labels, but actually it does make sense for record labels because you don't pay for those thousands and thousands and thousands of CDs. It's all profit. It's all you just put it into online. And I think as time goes on, MP3s are going to sound super crystal clear. Since if we can put a man on the moon, damn it, we just want to hear sweetness in stereo. Awesome stereo. Yes.
What is it, Jeremy?
I'll tell you. One of the things I can think of is in Manhattan, not so much, but in Manhattan they definitely have more opportunities to, you can throw your trash away, you can throw your recycling away, but in Brooklyn, it's just one giant can, just like every few blocks. And
they say that they separate it later, but it's not really clear that they separate it later.
Because I see the hardworking guys at the Waste Management, and I know that they've got so much ground to cover, and I know they're just tossing the bags into wherever, but yeah, I think that's the one thing I can think of.
And personally, I think changing the environmental landscape in Brooklyn would be an amazing thing, especially if we could get more trees planted, because I live in Bed-Stuy, and there are a lot of cement streets, just cement. And if we could have some more trees, I think not only does it look more beautiful and it keeps the air more clean and the birds have a place to go, but I think if you have lots of trees on your block, people just kind of generally respect the atmosphere that a tree-lined street will give you, and it makes it just a kind of more clean and wholesome environment for everybody.
There's also Green Thumb gardens, like neighborhood gardens you can volunteer. There's one actually that needs to be, it has been shut down unfortunately because there's a falling chimney next to a building next door. So we can repair that, and then you can bring kids and teach them how to plant and garden, and for their own future and our futures. Teach them how to rejuvenate the landscape and the soil underneath all of these huge buildings. And you know how in the subways it says, if you see something, say something. Well, if you see somebody throw something on their trash or on the ground, you throw it in the trash instead of letting it sit there. You're not a nerd or a goody two-shoes, just pick it up and throw it away.
We also need some vertical farms in Brooklyn.
Rooftop gardens too.
Yeah.
Water bottles!
And also, there's really only one surefire way to help the environment, and that's with our Pearl in the Beard tote bags that you can bring to
Or
your
any
local
tote
grocery
bag
store.
that you might
Only Pearl in the
have.
Beard tote bags.
Yeah, you put all your groceries
That's
in
it.
it, and then people know that you are a musically minded environmental lover.
But if you don't have access to it right now, or it's in the mail to you, you can use any tote bag.
Yes.
Cloth bag, reusable, rewashable, you will be clean and you can hold your food and eat it later.
And using less paper towels. Let's not use 100 million paper towels. It's not that hard to get a rag. Just get a rag.
You can find us at www.pearlandthebeard.com. Find our music, find out about shows.
And you can also follow us on Twitter at Twitter/PearlTheBeard. That's the letter N, because A-N-D didn't fit. So PearlTheBeard on Twitter.
You can also see us at Facebook. Like us.
Facebook.
/ Pearl and the Beard.
Facebook, the web, Twitter. Go green.